this video, I'm going to do a quick demonstration of how to use the TNC Component Instances report. So first, let's just take a look at how to get to the reports from our AEM landing page. So if you log into author.tnc.org, like if you were going to go and author a page or upload an asset, you would get to this landing page. And then you're going to want to click on this hammer icon on the left-hand side. So that opens up your tools. And then on the toolbar on the left-hand side here, you want to click on ACS AEM Commons. This brings up a bunch of tiles, and the tile we want to click on is Reports. So now here we have a bunch of reports listed and some descriptions of what the reports are. So any report that has TNC, the abbreviation TNC, at the beginning is a custom report designed for TNC. So these are the ones we want to use. We can't validate any of the other reports. These are out of the box from AEM, so these have not been designed for our usage of the system. So their reports may not be accurate. So we definitely recommend sticking to the TNC reports. So for this video, I'm going to look at the component instances report. So I'll click on that one. Okay, so here the first thing you need to do is pick a section of the site to search. So the component instances report pulls up all instances of the usage of a certain component. So for instance, you're looking to find all uses of the related articles component. That's what you're going to be doing here. But you have to designate a site section to look underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Global Digital site just to not out anybody, just give away my own information. So I'm going to use this web section of the Global Digital site. But of course, if you were going to be doing this for a nature.org section, you would go through Nature and then click to your section or whichever site you were under. So again, I'm going to go to Resources and Web and just look under the Web section because these are pages that I manage. All right, and then I'm going to look for the text asset component. So in my component drop down here, I'm going to choose my text asset component. Now, important to note here, you can add up to 5 components to search for. This might come in handy if you wanted to, say, find all image components. So you might want to look up the image component and the image collage, maybe the gallery. You could pull up all of those by choosing all the components. It will find every instance of every use of each of the components. It doesn't pull up like a page that it contains all of them. So you'd get all the results, but that might be something depending on and you know what you're using the report for. So I'm just going to put the one in there, this C79 text asset component. And then I recommend clicking this all results box and hit execute. It runs pretty quickly. So there are 44 results. So I've used the text asset component 44 times in the pages beneath that web resources landing page that I chose. So in all the subpages of that page, I use the text asset component 44 times. And so each of these lines in the report are one usage of the component. So let's just take a look at this report real fast here. So you can download it and get it into an Excel, but I'm just going to explain it here on the page. So your little pound symbol here, hashtag number sign, is obviously just the count. So that I just know from here it says 44, there's 44 uses of the component. Component name, again, is self-explanatory, but if you're running this for multiple components, you need to know which one we're talking about here. And then the variation section will show you what variation is used. So in the situation here with the text asset component, the variation is indicating which secondary component is used. So in this one, the image component is used in this text asset component. And then see I've got article CTA down here, resource listing. So the variation is a secondary component. But in some other components for like the related articles component, it'll say 3 up or 4 up, depending on the component, what the variation options are. And then of course the containing page, that's going to be the page that it's on. And then here also is a link. So if you open this link, it opens your AEM console in your Sites console, and it brings you to the location of the page so that you can open it up in properties or edit it. But just so you know that you can click on that heading to get to the page where you can author and edit it if you need to, if it's one of your pages, obviously. Template's pretty self-explanatory. It just tells you what template the page is in. Replication status, this is just whether or not the page is published. So it should say published or I'm not sure what the unpublished. Okay, so published or unpublished. And then business group lead, that's pulling directly from the business business group leads field in page properties. So that's helpful if you need to, if it's, it's not one of your pages, you want to see who should be contacted. And then occurrences. So just a note on this one, obviously what it's saying here is there's 2 text asset components on this article page, but it also lists that article page guide twice. So the occurrences will tell you, yes, for each page, like how many times it occurs, but the total number of components, text asset components that are in this section are not going to be a total of this column because they're each listed individually. So yes, there are 3 text asset components on this anatomy of a search engine result page. However, that page is listed 3 times. So it still doesn't add to your total results. So just a note on that. And that's pretty much it. Again, you can always click download report to get this into an Excel file. And then if you need to go back to that report page listing all the reports, click on reports right here, this breadcrumb, and it brings you back here. And again, a reminder that you always want to use reports that have the TNC abbreviation in front of them. That's it. Have fun reporting.